Alright, we're live. Yeah, it's just the area music for this spot here. See if the other guy's on. There we go. He is. This. Oh, is Frank alive? Says he logged into the game. There we go. All right, let's get going. Yeah, wake up, Frank. We got a mission to do. Let's go unlock Solution 9. The next quest is called Solution 9. Yay! Alright, Hachuya is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Alright. I hope you both are ready. Lucky's on the map. She's already halfway there. Come on, Frank, what part of 6 o'clock do you not understand? You had a whole hour to get the pizza in the oven. Alright, this way. Let's see what happens. Aha! Screw your boundaries. I was gonna say let's all walk in there together, but it looks like Lucky's already getting started. On accident, too. I mean, you could always stop the text in your cutscene. Did Frank already accept the quest? Or he's got this as the next marker? Maybe. drag Frank in there. That doesn't look like walking, that looks like riding a horse. Anyway. Is it voiced or not voiced? That is the question. Ah, there you are. If Queen's Fiend has registered you as guests, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Raj's minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Fiend has betrayed us, eh? It's fine, I'll kill them. Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass, if you would be so kind. Outrunner Guide Unit identified, registration number verified. It's accompanying civilians identified, verifying credentials. Moment of truth. Credentials verified. Welcome, guests of Queen Fiend. What a relief. There you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. See what happens. Tell me something good. Oh wait, it's gonna be Aaronville iteration.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Dawntrail Solution 9. Was like, holy shit.
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. City of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed of the life back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zeralja's dominion, do you not?
You had me at explore.
I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Finally, a
Just to
town where my
confirm,
motorcycle fits
while
in.
we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Naturally. As Fiend's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the Sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to trick
What you're
you
saying
into
is the
sector.
elevator's the entrance to the
The way
dungeon,
from there
right?
is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Sounds like I want to go on that
Understood.
elevator.
We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in him. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Kalanasphere, why didn't you mention this sooner?
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Towers inside a tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Alright. Oh, we can't drive here. Huh. You went towards the Aetheryte. Let's go. Bye, Kenji, you're going the wrong way. Oh, he's grabbing that little thing. Crossroads already? This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I've made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. She ran off. And I'm grabbing the Aetheryte. Everyone grab the shiny. With Lamont yet again.
Inoa! Lamati!
Sphene!
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Sphene and her theme song.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one. I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you asked the impossible.
Oh, it's fine. I'll kill him anyway.
Zeralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him.
And I've got something far more powerful than a
I know
regulator.
you love your people
Plot
too.
armor.
And so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
Don't worry, we got a guy back there preparing.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihyolal. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
I don't want to yield on this either. I'm kicking his ass.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Quest complete. Alright, next quest. Queen's Tour. Let's begin, shall we? I must say, I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing, I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call aetherites. Remember this, and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as it's right there, I will show you the Nexus Arcade first. Follow me. This is where Frank can buy modern clothes. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you have observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see the stairs. Do you see that glowing pattern over yonder? That's an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. That will spare us some walking. Are they also made from that strange metal, was it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electro. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electro can be used to convert lightning energy into those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and it's employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert it to ice instead? You certainly can! Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it is possible to alter one's appearance. It's almost scary what you can do with electro. It's such a wondrous material. If such a wondrous material existed in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. This shop over here, what does it sell? Ah yes, let's go and take a look. I dare say you will find it interesting. This is the area for the Yeah, alright, so this is where we get the tombstone gear. The newest expansion. This shop sells food. Those are items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. You must sample something. Pick one and I will purchase it. Friends, how lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. The 5 items on display are most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. Select an item that interests you. Let's go with the grapes. No. Not doing the grapes. I'll get a Capri Sun. Ah, the reviving tonic. I take it you're thirsty. The flavor is sublime, blend of sweet and salty. And it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the special container. Sure. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. Eating Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Hey, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Magnarmus. Let's dig in. Alright, here I go. Following Wook Lamont's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing! I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like Ronique. And the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? Pretty good! Pretty damn good, lads! Alright, there we go. Euro trip reference. It's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back, though. It was chaotic when the people of Khalil first arrived. We endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. Alright, what about you, Sphene? Are you having something to eat, too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now, thank you. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food. Is it such a difficult question? If she's an android, it is. I'm sorry, it's just... when I think of those who labor to bring us food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive, perhaps I am, but you needn't laugh about it. She's a robot all along. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next, I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part, so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Both. Let me know when you have seen enough here, and we'll make our way. Ready? Then let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southeast or southwest. As we walk, I would be glad to tell you about the many places of interest that we've come upon. All these crafters going at it. You're making bank. Probably. This is Mosaic, a cafe that here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see, in Taliolol there's a similar establishment called, the thing that no one can pronounce. It's seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's Hewn, who resembles some Tanawalta, the tall and graceful Eldite, and the diminutive and affable Malala. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Raleigh dish. And one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Oh yes, definitely. We'll make it happen once we've restored peace to Taliolol. Right, let's continue on. Tune in. Yes. And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians to have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building on the left here at Residential Radius 9-14. Residential Radius? That's right. Come, the door opens automatically. The place a mother and a son lived here. Hi, Isadora. Your Majesty, you've come. I have friends with me today. Is that all right? Of course, friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please, make yourselves at home. How has Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness. A severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Sphene visits often, does she? She does. Milo simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? Needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There's nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met in an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these last 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sphene. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy for your mother and for me. You know, we could probably cure him with a porksy. Throwing that out there. Thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is a part of life in Alexandria, and I thought that you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Milo's smile again. Oh, we're starting to get gear. Ooh, 675 weapon. Continue the tour, shall we? You obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to. So please, do not worry. Next, I'll show you to one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by way of Lane 9, where the Aetherite is situated. Yep, those pig things. That Alizé can summon. And cure people's tempering. I'm pretty sure it's related to that. Here. To the Aetherite Plaza. And then we're going north. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the government sector where Resolution is located. The marking is on a conveyor indicate its direction, and there's a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Magnarmus. Boink. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than to tell. So let's proceed inside. Are you gonna stamp me with one of those things in my hand, like in Futurama, that tells me what my job is?
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
The one that kills you.
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians, and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
With knowledge comes education.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until electrope came to be used in warfare, First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblum, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Put in mind of the flood of light.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope.
Oh no, is she gonna euthanize him?
I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right, I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much.
There's definitely something fishy with her.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path.
He's gonna be forced to betray us.
Forgive me, Val Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
Alright, let's see what happens. What was Fiend wanting to tell us, I wonder? That can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now, and should probably go back to Kaktuia's meeting point. That'll be back the way we came, I think. Fiend genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. But thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. Alright. Use... what this looks like. No, okay. Resting, but... fix all the glams, there we go. And a chest piece. Accept. So we're supposed to go to a place called True View, the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. You know, once we get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, Magnarmus. Whee! And Wuklamat says... This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, might as well explore a bit more. Magnarmus, look over there. A Bumulja child? What are they doing here? Kid's spying on us. You've noticed too, right? There's resemblance to Zoralja? Blue scales of a bonowal with the features of a hubigo. This can't be coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. So this is True View. Not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. That looks like a concert stage. And a graphics cards. Well, 2 graphics cards. The building's just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at that moment, I guess. I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Could it be they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? Nods. So it is. Alright then, lead the way. Alright, gotta follow the child. See where he leads us. What a weird ass side quest are you taking us on? Can I get a skateboard and grind the rails? Enormous Dark Blades Pro Skater, anyone? Is this where you wanted to bring us? What is this place? You're meant to relax here. It isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? He doesn't have a name. Or she. So you're still not inclined to talk. He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. Her Majesty, I'll prepare you one without liquor for the boy, too. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Kachuya. We ran into the child on the way, and he led us here. Oh, so you're with Kachuya. In that case, go and have a chat with Big Tasso there. He'll show you to a fun place. We're gonna get locked in the Thunderdome, aren't we? What about him? I don't think he's in a mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. This is taking a turn for the strange? But you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Yeah, could be. Damned if this does not have suspicious written all over it. Where's Admiral Akbar when we need him? What is this fun place meant to be? Is Kachuya here? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. Come on, let's talk to this Tassos fellow. Next quest. This area is normally off limits, but Kakui has told us about you. Just follow the corridor and head into the room at the end. Let's go, Magnanimous. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised.
Wonderful! They're here!
This voice.
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
It was not a trap.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electrobe. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of Preservation at one point. That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
And they failed.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Just pull the data off her earring. Maybe that'll tell us something.
Please! As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
That would make too much sense.
Thank you.
Yeah, 'cause I'm
If you
wondering
like,
if they like put
I
their...
can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
Finally, someone speaks some sense in the damn room. Alright.
I dare
I like the
say we have
green-haired
enough
lady in the
eyes to
corner.
pore
She's
over
got
your
brains.
records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Oh, I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
This guy is the pieces Geralt stole from whatever shard this is. That's the guy that made this sword. Past expansion. He's got green hair this time. Alright, Geralt. Sorry you had to see me passion spilling over. That's what happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know? And not be weird or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw you, as if we'd met in another life. Anyway, as I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. I haven't slept for 2 nights now, not a single week, and I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford to, though. Got folks relying on me, see? But if I'm to keep at it, I need you to fetch me my favorite energy tonic. The voucher's good for 2 cans, one for yourself, by the way, by way of welcome. Can't get the stuff at any old vending machine, though. You need to talk to a bloke named Philemon. Find him tending the bar out on the main strip. Off you go now. Alright. Hey look, it's those two, right ahead of me, as usual. Welcome, what are you having? I got this voucher for 2 energy drinks I need. Energy tonics, you can't get them from vending machines. How dare you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you, and don't come back! Got a voucher? Slip it to me, then. Nice and subtle. So you're selecting for Gnault. A can for him and a can for you, eh? Just give me the monster. Here you go! Yours is formulated for beginners. Gentler than the full-strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities, but if Rodina Consortium was made aware of my special selection, it'd be bad for business. Now, seeing as it's your first time, I want you to drink your tonic here, just in case there's side effects. Yeah, now that's how you do it. Your pulse ought to be quick and soon, and you'll start to see everything more clearly, and then finally you'll feel a roaring surge of energy. Please say it's like people say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. Well, you haven't up and parked it, so hurry along and give Gnault his tonic. He tends to leave it to the last moment, and I expect he's about to keel over. Alright. How do I get in? There we go. In here, right? No, wrong way. There we go. See. Red Bull gives you wings! You let me in. Yes, I'm heading to the back rooms. Anyway. Gnault. You've got the tonic, give it here, quick. That's the stuff, ain't nothing like it to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Awakens something feral in me. It does. Transforms you into a remorseless beast that won't stop till it's done what it was born to do. Any road, sorry for sending you off on an errand like that. I just can't concentrate without my tonic, you know? And the pile of work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. Those weapons and tools ain't gonna enhance themselves. Alright. Luke Lamont again.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put 2 and 2 together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Gulja. It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own, but just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days, and where should he turn up but in the wilds near Everkeep?
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunderyards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers, and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gulja is Zorolja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Who was that?
Oh dear. It's Gulja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
Oh, this is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kapkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Oh yeah, that gives you teeth. Red Bull gives you wings. I see what they did there. Oh, can't carry any more items, eh? Got it. If Gulja is outside the tower, we need to find him as quickly as possible. Even if he's used to getting around on his own, the wilds are still no place for a child. Agreed. While Cryo and Rajas continue reviewing the data, the three of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. Well, here we are outside. But where do we even begin? Someone has caught up sight of Galulja. Let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Can you handle the outskirts, Alizé? In the meantime, Magnarmus and I will head beyond that big wall. Survey the destination. Galulja doesn't appear to be in the area. However, if you catch sight of a group of people in a short distance to the southwest. Spotted those people too. Yes, perhaps they've seen something. Come on. Did we end up in separate instances or something? Never mind. Some sort of salvage yard. Better ask if after Galulja. Galulja isn't here. You know the boy? Yeah, have you seen him? Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you were... No offense taken. My name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footfalls, including Galulja. If he didn't come this way, where in the world could he be? I did not know your voices. Who are you to Galulja? Why do you search for him? I'm family, but we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I've only just met Galulja. We haven't had the chance to talk properly. But I'm about to do something that will make him hate me, and I wanted the chance to explain. His father is your brother? That means you're... I'm Wuk Lamat, vow of resolve of Tulialal. And I've journeyed here to bring my brother Zeralja to account for murdering our people and our father. When all is said and done, Galulja may want nothing to do with me. Nonetheless, I'll always consider him my family. I'll always be there for him, and I want him to know that. It tears you apart to do what you must. The quiver in your voice tells the tale. Galulja was headed south there. He has a place that is as close to a home as he knows. Find and bear your heart to him. Should he in turn bear his heart to you, accept it and respect his wishes, as Queen Sphene respected ours when she granted us a place in her realm. I will, don't worry. But, what do you mean when you say Sphene respected your wishes? Out of concern for our well-being, Her Majesty had urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept our decision, she granted us the necessary supplies to make our home here. And since then, she has paid us regular visits to see how we fare. That sounds like Sphene, all right. Well, thanks for telling me about Galulja. I'll find him and then we'll have a good talk. We continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. again. It's a town. And half of it is submerged. The architecture looks like nothing. Looks nothing like what we've seen so far. It's more Charlayan. And there he is among the ruins. I only caught a glimpse, but there's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'd be a disaster if a building collapsed while he's inside. Except, I only saw him for a moment before he disappeared behind a building, but I'm pretty sure Gululja was heading further south. I'll contact Alizé on Link Pearl and let her know to join us. This is the area, but the canals and debris make it hard to get a good view. Split up and search. If you could head to the canals, I'll make my way through the streets. When we find Gululja, let's watch from a distance until he gets to his destination. Wouldn't want to startle him and cause an accident. There he is. Alright, stealth mission, go! Stealth time. Nothing behind here. Gonna turn right about. This rock? Turn around now. Nothing too crazy, just a big bird. Don't worry about it. He made it. All right.
He's come a long way on such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
What's here, I wonder? So he's
Then,
looking after those little ones.
Gululja.
Not another step!
What?
A sentry?
Run, Gululja, run!
You know the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gululja.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
And you, my boy, do you wish to speak with them?
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Villains! I will deal with them forthwith!
But I want to get to know her too.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots. But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Vessel?
Otis is my friend. When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things. Like how to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you?
And teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
Ah! How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. At your service.
You're captain of the Knights?
Seem different from other machines. What's your story?
And there I thought it was Gululja with whom you wished to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane. But ere I regale you, we must take our repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
All
Hey,
right,
sir,
all
can I
right.
have some more?
A riposte it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly. I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
My new friends, I would enlist your aid in procuring the ingredients for our repast. After all, the most enjoyable meals are those we make together. We're happy to pitch in, of course. What ingredients do you have in mind? First of all, some yam and pumpkin. The people of the outskirts should be willing to share their harvest. If you and Galulja would go and speak to them, sure, I'll ask for Gus for the cast-offs too, as usual. As for Magnarmus and Alizé, I would be obliged if you could procure some woolback meat. The creatures you can be found grazing on the slopes outside of town, as beef is less readily available. Their flesh makes for a good substitute, that of the younger ones especially, and it is far more tender and less gamey. Consider it done. We'll be back with the meat before you know it. Thank you kindly. In the meantime, I shall see to other preparations. I gotta do this without you guys. Oh well, it'll be fine. Oh. I think I can solo this. Besides, I got a friend right here. There we go. Way to go, Esteem, you did it. We'll be back in the same instance before you know it. I think we're about to go back to Solution 9 here in a moment. Here, Otis, take your thing. What's this? Am I to understand that you've already procured the meat? Heavens, you have. And such a good choice cut it is besides. It's plain you know how to handle yourself in battle. Well, were it 400 years ago, I would have recruited you to the World Knights, haha. This. There we go. Once Alizé brings her potion, we shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings like yourselves. Indeed, I expect that there will be ample leftovers to share with the good folk of the Drift Down. They always appreciate a warm meal. Now, seeing as you have completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make of you. We've exhausted our supplies of kindling electro. And I would be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the Old Kingdom, rations were issued to each citizen, while small fragments may still be found here and there. You can obtain 5 pieces today, at least one ought to be what we require, that is. The kind that converts lightning to fire. The little shot can identify them by the circuitry. Pray, take them to him. The boy has become quite deft at discerning electrode types, and in a very short time, I might add. Off you go, and happy foraging. Alright. Let's search the area. Across the bridge. That'll do it. Sure, I'm gonna have to ask you to frickin' not. For this area. To the next. Ether current. Yoink. And here's electric. One. It says that you have the electric for me. Oh, you found a lot. Let's see, this one creates wind, this one is for water. You can tell just like that? I'm impressed. Clever, isn't he? I'll bet he gets it from his father. This is it. This converts to fire. It's absorbed lots of lightning, so we should be able to kindle a flame easily. Thank you, Magnarmus. Thanks for your kind assistance. We have everything we need for our repast. You have done your part, and now I shall do mine. I bid you relax. My friends, the meal will soon be served. the kind of thing families do, Gululja. We have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. So you ate with your father? Yes, with them and my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking, though. Kuna and the head of Reason occasionally joined in, and Zaralja spoke when he was spoken to. You said that you have two papas? Does that mean one is yours and the other is my father's? No, both are our father. He's what people call blessed siblings, a Mamulja with two heads. Zaralja is his trueborn child, while Kona and I were adopted and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less a family. What matters is that our hearts are connected. The head of Resolve taught me that. Family. You have someone like that too, a person you think is family, even though you don't share the same blood? That's a good question. What about you? I'd like to meet them one day. So Gululja, I'm hoping that we could be family, you and I. Won't you tell me about yourself? Really want to know about me? I do. I want to know all about you. The things you love, the things you hate, anything and everything. I want to know all about you, too. That reminds me, we were hoping to hear your story too, Otis. As you wish. Be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. Talking hundreds of years prior to the calamity, right? Indeed, earlier still than when I assumed this mechanical form, 450 years ago, to be precise. Didn't you used to be a normal person? Ah, yes, I was once flesh and blood, like you. I proudly served as a Knight of Alexandria. Rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you are an actual person. How is that possible? It's only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. The foremost duty of the Royal Knights was the protection of the royal family. In my time, that was their Majesties the King and Queen, and their only child, Her Highness the Princess. By then, every nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electrope. Thus was our kingdom drawn into a war with its neighbor. That war was the catalyst for the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amid the chaos, the king and queen among them. For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. But sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. How tragic. Aye, Mary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry, and many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I still clung to hope, for while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. We hear right? Extracted her soul? Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. The age-old belief had always comforted our people, but As casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality, through the power of Electro. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare this queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life, and this required that their memories be further extracted from their soul. It took many more years of research to make this possible, by which time I had become a gray old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. So it was that I attained this vessel, and by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who were recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. I knew she was a robot. If your tale is true, then the queen that your people has brought back to life. It wouldn't be Sphene, would it? So you know Her Majesty as well. My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess, not since assuming my current form. Wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. But she's a robot. But the Endless. So all this time Sphene wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. It's admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, an Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In that sense, I believe they believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? You can't have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually useful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees that the queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. Apart from yourselves? While there should be as many Endless as those who have died, I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Strictly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They are created using memories extracted from a soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Being inside a machine makes you different? How? I do not understand the finer points. My life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me. Much like being a being of flesh and blood, hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. An endless, unchanging life, I can't help but be reminded of the Aya. Julia and the others know all about this? Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. For now, let's share what we've learned with Kryl and Raha. I can't help but have misgivings about this.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend! Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kafkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Hey!
Huh? Elenespia?
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
Remember, the rabbit people have a much longer longevity than most people.
This cannot be.
Rabbit people live for hundreds of years, remember? Learned that in Shadowbringers.
The memories of the departed are taken away. No.
Nashville, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
Says, although the mood became a tad subdued at the end, I thoroughly enjoyed our repast together. We did too, Otis. To hear about the Endless was something of a shock, but we likewise enjoyed your company. Above all, I'm glad you and I could talk, Belulja. We're going to get along great, I just know it. You think so? I'm so happy for you, my boy. Now then, I presume you'll be returning to Everkeep. Permit me to accompany you at least part of the way. Back to Everkeep. Oh, not going back yet. About Sphene. It doesn't matter to me if she's an Endless, whether she's alive like you and me or not. I've seen enough to know that she has a good heart. But what worries me is the burden she bears. We still don't know what it is. I expect there are things that she can't tell us, not with Zeralja watching. But at the very least, I'd like to know what the Endless are to her. Sorry I didn't mean to delay us. I just felt the urge to share my thoughts with you. Oh, on the way back, let's make a quick stop at the Drift Downs. I want to tell Tapu how it went. Lucky's in my instance all of a sudden. I want to get a faster mount out. I had a feeling she was dead when she appeared as a robot at first. Ooh, ether current. Love Lucky here. Look at that. Whee! Ah, you are returned. Were you able to find Galulja? We were, thanks to you. All's well with the boy. I'm relieved to hear that. And to know that he has family who worries for him. Galulja, too, must be glad. I hope so. I'll try not to rush or force anything, though. It's for him to decide what I am doing. My, what a pleasant surprise it is to meet you in these parts. What are you doing here? Visiting my people. Are you doing the same, perchance? I suppose we are, yes. Listen, there's something we'd like to talk to you about. Could we have a word in private? Do you know about the Endless? Well, we may not discuss it openly. My people will surely notice that I haven't changed for hundreds of years. I've made no attempt to conceal my nature. If I may ask, though, who was it that told you about the Endless? Only a few should be familiar with the concept. I'm afraid I can't say. I'll bear no ill will towards this mystery individual, lest that be your concern. I'm merely curious. Tell me, Sphene. You care for your people, that much is plain, and I assume you care for the Endless, too. Earlier in Everkeep, there was something that you wanted to tell us. Was it to do with them? The Endless are dear to me as many my living citizens. They are as much my family. But they can only be sustained by meeting certain exacting requirements. Thus far, we've managed to do so. But should more people die, I fear we would be pushed to beyond our limit. Their preservation demands vast amounts of energy. Energy? I don't understand what the workings of it all, but is there something we can do to help? And would you be willing to become Alexandrian citizens? But what? I have my nation, my people to protect. I can't just become Alexandrian. Indeed, I suppose you cannot. First you tell us to make peace, then you tell us to go home. What exactly is it you want? Same as you, of course, to protect my people. Is there something that only Zerolza can do? That I cannot say. I do not ask that you understand or like me, but I wish... I wish we had been born on the same side of it. Hey, what do you mean by that? Wait, Sphene! Okay. Damn it. Well, I think we've kept everyone waiting long enough. Let's continue on to Everkeep. Let's not tell Otis about our conversation with Sphene. I don't want to risk causing him pain. Lucky, are you there? Get in the car if you're there. There you go. Get the thing. Not that thing. There you go. Now let's go back. It's hard to see. Alright, there's Otis. Let's see what he has to say.
Why don't you come with us? You might get to see Sphene.
Ah, 'tis a magnanimous and much appreciated offer, but I must decline. A part of me longs for an audience with Her Majesty, it is true. Yet, though it be in my previous life, I failed to protect my queen. I couldn't bear to show my face before her. And such an uncomely one besides.
All right. If that's how you feel, we won't force you. But rest assured, we'll visit with Kululja, and we hope you'll cook for us again.
It would be my pleasure. You are welcome to bring other comrades should you so desire. The more the merrier.
I've been looking all over for you!
Nostalgia, was it? What's the matter?
It's Zeralja. He marches to Vanguard.
So he's done waiting. But why weren't we alerted sooner?
Our transmissions are being jammed. The lookouts couldn't get through to us. Wayakwe is at Vanguard too, but I can't reach her. What are we to do?
Stay calm. Kafkiwa has yet to be alerted, yes? Take her to the back room as fast as you can.
Our link pearls may still work. I'll try contacting those in Tuliolo.
Otis, I need you to keep Gulurja safe.
You needn't ask.
I want to go with you.
Absolutely not. A battle's no place for you.
Kululja, the people of the outskirts must be evacuated. For this crucial task, I require your assistance. Remember, when battle is at hand, anything can happen. Caution is as valuable as any blade.
Yes, sir.
I managed to get hold of Alphano. He'll inform Kona.
Good. How's the situation in Tulichola?
There's nothing to worry about, or so my brother assured me. With such short notice, though, I doubt they'll be fully prepared.
They'll be ready, I'm sure of it. The vow of reason is not to be underestimated.
Hopefully he made a big cannon.
I'm coming, Sorolja. And we will finish this once and for all.
It's moment of truth. We have to hold Zoralja here, and I know exactly how to do that. Nice. What can I get rid of? This. There we go. I think this is gonna be a solo instance area, so I'm gonna go for it. Accept. Before we get going, I have a request to make of you. When we confront Zoralja, you must let me face him alone. What? No, that's far too dangerous. Why put you at such risk if we don't have to? We have two priorities. The first is to hold Zoralja within the dome and protect Talialal. The second is to free Wayakwe if she's been captured. To make sure we succeed, I need to play the worthy foe for Zoralja. If I come at him with help, he'll likely lose interest and proceed with his attack on the city. That's why it needs to be a duel. Even if Talialal is better prepared this time, it's true that it would be best to avoid another battle, and failing that, we might at least weaken Zoralja. Rest assured, I'm not going into this without a strategy. Our time in the Dome has given us invaluable insights into Alexandrian culture. The use of regulators, for one. The secret to Zoralja's strength. Then you mean to... That's right, if I destroy his regulator, he'll be unable to draw upon souls. We'll see how much he wants to duel after that. Will you leave Zoralja to me? I believe in you, Lama T. Thank you, Magnarmus. It's true that this is your fight, and how you choose to handle it is your decision. But if we see you struggling or Zoralja attempts to call upon his minions, we will go to your aid. Fair enough. Knowing you'll be there, I can give it my all. Together with Kona, I'll keep Tali'Alal safe.
Zorolcha!
Hello.
You disappoint me, Uklamat. We are foes, yet you had my admiration for defeating Father and claiming the throne. But instead of coming for me, you gallivant with the resistance. Do I intimidate you?
I am here, brother. I did not run, nor hide. I have come to kill you. Let her go. Your quarrel is with me.
And will you settle it one-on-one, or call upon all and sundry yet again? Not that it would make any difference.
No.
If it wouldn't make any difference, I'll be glad to jump in.
I'll face you alone.
Really? You believe you stand a chance? Have you forgotten how it ended, Father?
I remember you couldn't win without relying on other people's souls. Alone, I may be weak, but so are you.
So be it. Do not regret your decision. Release her.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought I was done for.
You don't.
Had you let her die, you could have dealt me a telling blow. Your compassion will be the end of you.
I'm not letting anyone else die. And you will never surpass Papa.
But I have. With these very hands, I slew him.
His body may be gone, but his spirit lives on in us.
The Yokui's delusion is catching, I see.
It's no delusion. Papa's love for Tuliyola gives me strength even now. Ah! Come, let's get this over with. For my people and Sphines.
How gullible you are! All of this is Fiend's doing. Her objective is to harvest all life outside the barrier. Our interests happen to align, hence our alliance.
Liar! Sphine would never do that!
The King of Resolve speaks the truth.
How did she...
The attack on Taral was no less my desire than Zeralja's.
You said you wanted none of this. It was a farce from the very start.
Yes, I used you.
So it was all just a lie then? What you said about loving your people as family? About wanting to see them smile?
I do this for them. For what it's worth, I'm sorry I deceived you. But I had no choice. If I'm to save my people, I must take the lives of yours.
Oh, there we go.
Behold, Wuklamat, the benevolent Queen Sphene. An illusion that orchestrated a massacre.
Endless, or machine, or whatever you are now, you bear the memories of the person you once were. You should still have a heart. When you speak of slaughtering my people, do you feel nothing?
Nothing is dearer to me than my people. It matters not whether they are living or endless. As queen, I will do anything to protect them. If it were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
What exactly do you seek to do? What are you protecting your people from?
You waste your words. There is no turning back. Is this the strength that the love of Tuliyollal lends you? A weak ruler walks a path of ruin. Tell me, which of us is worthy of their throne?
I already know. It will never be you! As long as you think only of yourself, you'll never be worthy. You'll never surpass Father or me! You can't rely on souls anymore. It's over.
Don't think you've won yet. Oh no, far from it. Give the order to the fleet. Raise Tuliyollal to the ground and harvest every last soul! It is over. For Tuliyollal, your works, your people, all will be ash before the day is done.
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I'm not the only Dawn's servant.
Alright, let's see what he's done. Big cannon, big cannon. Clandestinian.
They're coming!
Alright. Show me what the Americans can do.
Well, come on then, you 10 bastards.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're enjoying yourself.
I'm Head Sauro. Nothing gets a hunter's blood pumping like a little danger.
Ron versus Murica.
Well now, it seems we have that in common. I haven't felt this alive in a good while.
Alright, we got the powerhouses.
The spirit. We promised Valcona we deliver him a mountain of scrap, and I'm not about to let these hollow men make a liar out of me.
There he is. I'm Batman.
Hey kid, the ones below are yours.
You got it.
Anyway, they started blasting.
What do you mean below? Don't see that every day.
Saloon Dragoon strikes again.
Hardly sporting, and this despite our best efforts to thin the enemy ranks. While it's not quite what we had planned, I'm glad we chose to remain in Tural.
As am I. 'Twas an unexpected but welcome opportunity to join in the defense of this realm.
And to his credit, Kona did ask very nicely. Still, it's a pity his brother had to delay our pleasure jaunt. But business always comes first.
Alright, show me Kona's big fucking cannon. There it is. Alright, where's the cool Jaja? He needs to be in on this.
Come no closer, you bastards!
sense. Expected that.
That was a near thing. Are you all right? You...
Save your life. Yes, I know.
Don't squander it. I never thought you, of all people, would come to my rescue. Pakul Jaja. Thank you. Ah, still rings odd in my ears. The thank yous. But I could get used to it. Right. We're not done yet.
We're holding our own against their infantry. But what of that monstrosity and its escort? If they start bombarding us with cannon fire, we'll have no means of fighting back.
Worry not. We have a countermeasure.
Oh.
A bleeding dragon.
Retra.
What in the Navigator's name is it doing here?
Tuliyollal has entered into an alliance with Radzat Khan. A wise and timely decision on Valkona's part.
Will we have a whole scene?
Right in the nick. Tuliyollal shall never forget this debt. We will hold out Lamachi. So keep your eyes forward. And do what only you can do. Finish this. And return home, safe and sound.
Alright, wasn't a big cannon, but I'll take it.
Report from the fleet. The enemy has offered unexpected resistance. We've been forced to withdraw.
Ah. He told him to fuck off.
Useless. All of you.
Stop!
Your Majesty.
Enough of this! Enough! You swore you wouldn't harm my people!
I'll
out of my way.
Have you gone mad?
Oh yeah,
When
yes.
the
A long
army
time
fails in its duty, it is the charge of the King of Resolve to clean up its mess. To achieve victory by any means necessary. Zoralja to Everkeep. Initiate court blood. Execute all civilians and commandeer their souls.
No!
Damn you!
Stop! Please, Father, stop!
Gulucha! I told you not to come!
Galuja.
You must flee, Kuluja! It isn't safe!
I'm not going anywhere! I have to stop my father!
I am not your father.
Let him go!
Using a child as a shield. Have you no shame?
Release him at once, or you shall answer to me!
Pitiful relic. Kneel before your king.
Otis? What's wrong?
Find me at the top of Everkeep. There, we will determine who is fit to rule.
I must protect them.
We must hurry back to Everkeep. Zoralja thinks nothing of others' lives. He will kill his own people. And Centaur will have to face a good part of his army with Otis among them. Let's all take care. Alright, solo duty. Are you ready, Magnarmus? Now I'm ready. Yo.
Ow!
I have no more use for you. Be gone.
Father, wait! Father! Otis, Hamachi, you have to stop him. You have to.
What have you done?
Sphene, can't you order them to stand down?
The King of Resolve holds military authority. I cannot overrule his commands.
If there's something you can do, then do it! Your crimes are beyond forgiveness, but your people are innocent.
Hope you don't mind if I obliterate your army.
I deceived you all, and still...
The talk can wait. When you said that you wanted to protect your people, I trust you weren't lying.
Of course not! There's nothing I wouldn't do for them!
Then let's split up and get to work.
Do what you can do. Please, everyone! Lend me your strength!
Right, let's deal with these ones first.
All right, let's go. Into the fuck box with all of you. And they're all dead.
There are still those we can save! We keep moving!
Great Sphene, activate a bridge. When he's still crying out in fear and pain, please hold on.
Fiends too! Damn you, Zeralda!
Up to us to stop them!
Was that the guy she refused to give a soul before? Oh well. We'll find out later.
You're safe now. Be at ease.
Come on, I gotta go. A war over here, let's go! Well, they tried. Let's go.
Looks like that does it for this area.
Look, the King's forces are on the move. There are still civilians on Trueview.
Well, we can't leave the wounded. Let's divide into two groups. Kryl, Raha, please stay here and render aid. The rest of us will go and deal with the machines.
All right. Otis! You've got to wake up!
Otis?
Time to Otis. That's a Walking Dead reference.
For the honor of the Royal Knight! Forward!
Out of it, Otis! Don't you recognize us?
First formation! Show them a knight's valor!
The
machines obey him!
Second formation! Seize the glory of victory!
No, that's easy enough.
Something about him is familiar, but it couldn't be.
Third formation! Onward for Alexandria!
It is him! The captain of the knights!
Don't like the looks of this.
Who will win?
Everyone,
Bunch of heaps of scraps
guard
or
up.
one buckpot?
Damn it! How do we bring him to his senses?
The only way we know how.
If he still remembers me, then perhaps.
Right, he's deactivated. It should be safe to approach.
Otis! No! I remember you, Otis, so please remember yourself. You're a proud knight of Alexandria, a man who lives to serve the kingdom and its subjects. Otis!
Pray, stand back, Your Majesty.
Alright, he snapped out of it.
I am Sir Otis Bologna, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. Upon mine honor, you shall harm neither my fair queen nor our citizens!
kill big giant scary dog thing.
Apologies for the trouble I caused. So long as this body holds, I shall fight with you.
No, he's totally dying this expansion. If not in this very fight.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
Monty Python reference.
It's building up energy. Have care.
Alright. That. Did that. It's going that way. Do it. Dodged all that.
The dead are fighting to itself.
Let's split up and deal with them.
Not holding anything back, are we?
Leave this to me. Behold, the blade work of a royal knight.
Wait, there's more!
Such tremendous lightning.
So many! This is going to be tough.
Well, losing this. Ow.
Not good. At this rate.
That one missed me.
Upon mine honor, we shall weather this storm. Now, lay the fiend low.
Otis, you must stop. Your body can't survive this.
Nay, I cannot yield, even should it cost me my life.
simp. Almost 7 done.
Are you unharmed?
Otis.
Damn, I liked him too.
Thank you, Lord Captain, for the delicious repast, for everything.
The old units do not have regulators. Their souls cannot be recovered. He is gone. The Otis who so valiantly fought for us. I'm truly grateful for your help. Would that I had the time to thank you properly. But I'm afraid I cannot linger. There are urgent duties I must perform.
Hey, wait!
Is everyone all right?
We're fine, but Otis is...
So he's the one who was looking after Galulja.
Thanks to you, Solution 9 has been spared the worst. But the situation on the other levels is grim. We're currently assessing the full extent of the casualties. In the meantime, could you help us treat the wounded?
Damn it. What is Zeralja trying to achieve by slaughtering his own people? That he's still bent on surpassing Papa is clear. But why this massacre? I don't understand. Right now we can only guess his intent, but his obsession must be strong indeed to endure after 30 years. But now isn't the time to ponder such things. The people need our help. Alright. I think that's a good place to end the stream. But a comforting hand is the next quest we're gonna do. Alright. We will continue this Thursday. Party. There we go. All right, Frank. Beat your duty too. That was fun. Guess who's too low to start the next quest? It's a 99. Oh. Hold on. Just gonna... I'm gonna root out of that. Not going to cut that. Colonel... Oh, I can't abandon it? Shoot. Alright, I guess I'll read through it. I've been thinking, by wearing regulators, the people of Alexandria had been spared the fear of death. That's because the device not only resurrects you, it also erases your memories of the departed. The very notion of dying would have become vague if not forgotten. Be killed over and over. I can't imagine how traumatized the survivors must be. Even if they're not physically hurt, they would still need care. At a time like this, the citizens need their queen to console them. I don't know. There are other districts, so perhaps she's checking on them. In any case, it's not too much for her to handle alone. In any case, it's too much for her to handle alone. Countless people will be distraught, and we ought to provide them with what comfort we can. While Kakuya and her crew tend to those physical injuries, let's seek out those whose wounds are emotional. Understood. If you and Magnarmus could want to concentrate on True View, the rest of us will see to other areas. Sounds like a plan. Alright, everyone, we'll meet up in the back room after. Alright, so we're gonna go around and check on civilians next time. My bad. Did not mean to click on that. Whoops. Oh well. Anyway. Later.